What's going on, guys? Sitting in the truck and waiting to get loaded tomorrow. So decided to do one more video regarding 60 series Detroit, specifically the ECMs and my personal experience with them. By all means, I'm not a professional mechanic. I did not finish any kind of school regarding 60 series Detroit, just my own experience, and I had lots of it with them. And today we will discuss the ECM. First things first, what is the ECM? Every truck, majority trucks are nowadays have a ECM. This is electronic control modular. Is that right? ECM, yeah, electronic control modular. It's responsible for everything. The newer a truck is, it's more responsible for you. I mean, to the point of bunk control heater or AEC. I will talk regarding 60 series Detroit. So don't ask me comment below regarding ECM on a Packard or Volvo or Cat. I'm talking about Detroits and all the Detroits, specifically DDAC 3 and DDAC 4. So they are very important on the engine. They they receive information from all the sensors, and they give the information to injectors, to the throttle position sensor, to fan clutch, and I believe some of them even to the jakes. I think the new ones are. The first thing I run in with 60 series Detroit on the ECMs is my first truck, which was 2001 DDAC 4. The ECM completely quit on a traffic light. At that point in time, I didn't know much about them, so I was trying to start the truck. I spray ether in, and the truck would start up and die. Soon it runs out of ether, basically. So I called the one guy, and he told me, he says, when you turn your ignition on, well, the check engine light comes on. I says, no, it's not. He says, it's either your ECM or you burned up the fuse or something wrong with your wires. So first thing first, I checked that. No check engine light on. I checked my fuses. Fuses were fine. I checked my battery connections. They were fine too. So my ECM went bad. So I took the ECM, took it to the dealer. They gave me a different ECM with software for my truck, and a truck started and ran from that day. Was fine. Then the same ECM about 2 years later did same thing, quit on me. Can the ECM give you a notification it's going bad? Yes. Before I tell you what kind of notification it can give you, I actually will tell you right away. It can throw the check engine light on for no reason. Sometimes it's called blank check engine light. It will throw the check engine light going down the road. A truck will sit and idle, and then you go to non-active codes, and it's not going to be. There's nothing there. So that's the first symptom that the ECM going bad. Then it could throw the check engine light for injector number 1, and then shuts off, and then can throw for the injector number 6, or it can throw for any other sensors. That's 99% of the time your ECM's acting up. It's not consistently for the check engine light for the same thing. Can the ECM make a truck run weird? What I mean weird, not having power and then not having power. Or for the example, you think your fuel filter's clogging up, you put a new fuel filters on, and the truck still runs like crap. Yes, that's your ECM. Before you run in and change the ECM, for the example after this, check your wire harness. You have to use a common sense. If your wire harness is all cracked up and limes up and has like split wire and it's all green inside, I would not replace the ECM first. I would look into replacing the wire harness. I see quite often, especially at the dealers, and I run into that loophole too. I come in with the problem and says, look, I can't solve the problem. The truck is missing, and then it's not missing. Then it has a problem. He's like, oh, most likely it's your wire harness. I says, just replaced it. Oh, we had a bunch of bad wire harnesses. And that turns into being actually ECM. I've seen that happen. So the wires are very important, because they have to get a solid 12 volts. If the way the ECM works, if they get under 12 volts, they will start derating the engine, or under 10 volts, but they will run up to, I believe, 8 volts. Like, let's say if your alternator quit, the truck will consistently run, I think, don't quote me, either 10 or 11 volts, right around that range. and then after that it will still run, but we'll start throwing check engine light on. It will not get enough power. It basically becomes sick. You can actually burn up the ECM that way. I've been told. I don't know how true it is. So I would. There's actually a guy coming in on the truck stop. I ate dinner with him yesterday. He waved to me. So the ECMs can and I seen it cost people quite a bit of money by throwing random check engine light on, and people actually freak out and replace the injectors, replace the wire harnesses, replace the batteries, replace sensors, and end up being actually ECM. Another thing they sensitive on, in my opinion, right where they plug in, like there's female plugs to go to the ECM, male plugs, I'm sorry, goes to the ECM. They have a rubber grommet on them, and the rubber grommets, sometimes if you plug them in, they don't have a very good sealing, and water gets in after you wash your truck or going in through the bad weather or something like that. They can start having glitches too. What I would do is a consistent maintenance, let's say once a year or every 6 months, actually unplug everything from ECM and look inside of it, make sure nothing's limed up. And then if it is limed up, get a electric cleaner, clean that really, really good, and use not any kind of grease. Please don't use like the grease you grease your truck, actually dielectric grease. Reason why is it so important to use dielectric grease, because it's non-transition grease. It doesn't carry your power through itself. Like, it can be smeared all over the place and you can plug it in and it will not zap you. Regular grease actually will carry the current through it, and it can screw the ECM up. I don't know if I said, but the ECMs on the 60 series Detroit, I've never heard from any other manufacturing, specifically Detroit's ECM, can just shut the truck off just like that without any notification, which is, I think, is the most craziest thing. It just failed in the end of the story. Can you do anything with the ECM? Like if let's say you're on a traffic light or you're on a fuel line, like it happened to me, can you do anything with the ECM if the truck completely quits? Yes. You can grab a rubber mallet and leave your key on and start just tapping an ECM. I mean, obviously don't stand there half a day in tapping, but do probably good 50 taps on it. There's possibility the ECM will wake up. I don't know what it does inside, but it actually worked for me with my own experience in Portland, Oregon, and Juba truck stop. The truck died in a fuel island, and I had a rubber mallet and I just started tapping an ECM, and the ECM actually woke up. I started the truck and made it to the legit parking spot, and then it died again, and then I tapped on it again, and then it ran for 15 seconds and died again. So I don't know what's exactly in the ECM fails. I've been told there's a little battery, and they either start having a bad connection, or the battery start getting weak, or the moisture gets inside of the ECM, which I don't know how, because when I took the back cover off ECM, everything I seen was legitly covered like that thick of a clear coat, but I seen some of them actually had crack and the water gets in, and then they start having glitches. So before, if you have this sort of symptoms like random check engine light on, or truck will not start, or truck can start missing, especially when it's cold out and start on a high RPM start missing, most likely is your ECM actually telling you, hey buddy, I'm not doing too good over here and it's time to replace me. So, and I see a lot of people, like I said, will throw the parts and cost money by replacing a ton of parts, and it actually ends up being ECM. So hopefully this information is helpful to somebody. The reason I'm doing regarding 60 series Detroit is because I see more and more of them now in the glider kits, and I believe they put remanufactured ECMs from actually factory Detroit, which in my opinion, they're not a very good ECMs from factory Detroit. If you want to get a good ECM and you have time, let's say you're sitting at home, I would advise you, if you plan to keep the truck, take your ECM out, send it to the people in, I believe, I don't remember the name of it now, but you can research it in a Google. There's one guy who works specifically on the ECM. That's all he does. I believe he's in Pennsylvania. You can send him your ECM, good ECM. He can put it through tremendous amount of stress and test and whatever he does, and then he can upgrade your horsepower and actually can make your truck run a hell of a lot better. because I had one ECM, the truck lost power. No check engine light on, nothing. The truck just lost power. I mean, it ran down the road, but it was not the same. It would idle weird. It would make the, like, it would not. It's either advanced or delayed the timing, whatever it did, but it would run really weird, and it was getting terrible fuel mileage. And I mean, I was clueless what's going on. And the last thing I was blaming is on the ECM, but in reality, it was the ECM. So till the ECM completely quit, and then I put another one in, and voila, the truck ran fine. So thanks for watching all. I hope this information was important for somebody, and you guys learned something from it. And comment below with a criticism, and for dislikes, put the thumbs down. And if you liked it, you know what to do. Thanks.